Hey, what's up? This is Buz McGrath, and to my right, your left, we have
Trevor Phipps. We're from the band UNEARTH, and you're watching Horns Up Rocks.
Trevor, Buz, welcome to New York City, EONE Music, your new home, your new label. Last time,
look at these corporate headquarters here. This is commerce. Buy, sell.
what's been the role of the label so far? Because I know last time we spoke, you know, you're going through the transition between labels from Metal Blade to EONE. What have been some of the major changes for you guys as a band into like what's happening now to what was happening with, you know, let's say the last cycle with Metal Blade?
It's not much that's different. I mean, a label is just, they put out your records, they advertise, and they get you interviews, and it's kind of their job. We switched labels mainly because we wanted to be, have different labels around the world. We've been touring the planet for over 12 years now, and so we have a label in North America, we got another label in Europe, another label in Australia, and in Japan. So we have 4 different labels, and so each market has their own headquarters, own label head, and kind of gives us a better shot to keep on that and keep touring around the earth.
Right on, right on. And let's talk about, you know, the experience at Audio Hammer, because I know down there they do things very differently than other studios. Why don't we talk some behind the scenes, some cool stories, some shenanigans?
Well, they did the record up in Mass at Ken's studio. I did most of the vocals at Audio Hammer in Florida, and yeah, it was fun. Got to hang out with Jason Sukoff and his roommate Ron and their dogs. And I had a good time down there. There's a nice pool, January, Florida, going to the pool. It was kind of sweet. Yeah, it was cool. Nothing really wild happened.
And why did it take so long for the record to actually be released? Almost 10 months.
We had some delays up front. Our drummer hurt his back, pushed things back a little bit. Then we had a tour in Europe that we had scheduled. And then vocally, I had to go down and work around Mark's schedule because he was doing other bands at that time because we already went past our time. So I kind of had to work around his schedule, and that's what took so long.
But as far as the album itself, writing-wise, what do you guys do different this time around to kind of find more inspiration? Because obviously when you've already done 5 albums, this is 6th album, what do you do differently in order to find, you know, that excitement in the band?
This particular record, I think our intention was to maybe get people just to talk about it a little bit more not by making anything too different, like adding a wacky gimmick or getting a cool haircut or a hot pair of jeans.
I got a haircut.
You did, you got a haircut. There you go, we're on the right track. We just wanted to make it more exciting, and technically, I think with our new drummer Nick, he added a new element to it, and he also afforded us the opportunity to even take it a bit further technically than we have in the past. So that was fun. There was really no ceiling on what we could do musically. So we just kind of threw some crazy shit at it, and hope that people will hear it and be like, oh yeah, they like talk about it. You know, hey, hear the new UNEARTH? That's all. That's all I want. You know.
Right, you guys have always been a fan band. I mean, all metal bands are, but especially you guys. I mean, I remember first times I saw you when you were pretty much starting out. You were always in the crowd, greeting the crowd, saying, you know, kind of showing your face to the crowd, not being like so kind of. Oh, we're not accessible. I think that's something that for you guys has always
not
worked.
So mysterious.
Yeah.
Hang out. Always go to the merch table and hang out, and just go to the bar, have a beer. Ken and Buz go to the bar during the show. Sometimes they play on the bar and drink a beer.
I need attention. I like it when people recognize me and say, "Hey, man, good job."
That dude from UNEARTH, man.
I need that.
Why don't we talk about some wild times when there's this recent European tour you guys did? Any party stories, anything you guys want to tell the people about?
I don't remember. I feel like now, I think we've slowed down a little bit. That particular tour, especially with Shadows Fall, who were big partiers, and ourselves, I think it was like maybe 3 or 4 years ago when we partied a little harder. That particular run would have been much more mayhem. But you see it all around. Dudes start to slow down a little bit on that party front. You know, they want to get a good night's sleep, brush their teeth, take their vitamins, say their prayers, and go to bed. You know.
I don't know.
What happened? Did anything happen?
I was up late every night.
Yeah, he parties.
We went to bed early.
Yeah.
We did get, a few years ago, we had a tour manager that wrote a sign for us when we woke up in the morning. It said, if you want to act like Pantera and break shit, sell more fucking records. Because I think we trashed the bus by accident. We didn't even mean to. Just things got wrecked because we were partying. He had a good point.
Yeah.
Sell the amount of records Pantera did, so can't pay for the shit.
You broke the bus by accident?
I was just raging. I think we probably had crowd surfing in the lounge, and then maybe a table or two got broken, and we had to pay for it. He got upset, wrote a note for us to wake up to, and made us feel like children, grown-ass children. It was nice.
And what are your thoughts in the future of the new wave of heavy metal? As you know, Shadows Fall, you mentioned before, taking a break from the road.
They'll be back. They'll all come back. It's, you know, our friends in Atreyu took a 4-year break. They're back. A band from a different era, The Refused, just came back after 10 years. I think most bands that had a minute where they mattered, they had a lot of fans, they might burn out, their fans might get temporarily burnt out, and once you have that little separation for a minute, then bands usually come back. So I know Shadows Fall will likely do something in the future. Don't know about Chimera, our friends at Chimera. I know they've had a lot of member changes, but I'd like to see them back one day as well. God forbid, same thing.
Maybe you all go on tour together, five years down the line or something.
Yeah,
like
we should throw it in, and then 5 years we'll give Bleeding Through a call. Chimera, Shadows Fall, God forbid. Yeah, the Remember Us tour.
But I think you guys will still be around. I mean, you have the next 2 records,
not going
a great
anywhere.
record.
We don't know how to do anything else, so you won't be able to get rid of us.
You guys don't have any daytime jobs that you do? Like, I don't know if you know this, but Thomas from At the Gates is a high school teacher.
That's
teaches
awesome.
social studies. Do any of you guys have any particular job that you're like, whoa, that's pretty cool?
Nah, we both have kids, so I think part of our job is being Mr. Mom, you know? I
I'm
don't
home from tour. I run a record label, Ironclad Recordings. I know you do some part-time stuff. Ken does the studio stuff. Nick, our drummer, is a mechanic. So, but you know, our full-time job is touring. There's no time to really do much else. Sure, if the band ended, we'd find something pretty quickly. We'd have to, but yeah, this is what we do, and this is what the band wants to do.
It beats cleaning toilets.
Heavy metal beats cleaning toilets.
Yep.
And what were some of the things you guys have to give up, sacrifice when you first said, okay, we're going to do this full time, this is what we're doing with our lives?
Just time with family and friends at home, especially when you first start out. When the band started to get more recognition, more buzz about it, and more opportunities came through. And if you want to be successful, you got to capitalize on all those opportunities, which means taking a lot of tours and being out there for a long time. And it worked. Like that got us like to a pretty good level, just doing every tour that came our way. But sacrificing home life on the other end was difficult. Now it's a bit easier. We do a lot of like headlining stuff where we are more in control of when and where we go out and for how long.
Are there any tour packages or tours that you regret being part of?
Regret?
I don't know.
Regret?
No, we always seem to find something. You know, we find the people there that are there to see us on every tour. But I don't know. I don't think we've ever been on a tour where we're like, man, these guys are jerks, or like, these shows are terrible. You know, it's always good.
So you were not initiated back in the day by any bands. Everybody pretty much took you guys under their wing, like in a positive vibe.
Yeah, I think just to be able to do this, people in bands are just generally cool people to be able to be on the road and interact with other people. If you are like an asshole or you're gonna treat people like a dick, you're not gonna last, because people hear about it and then you won't have any friends. But I say 99% of the people we meet in other bands, and everybody's like just some of the coolest people.
Yeah.
How was the experience of going down to South Africa? Because I know, I mean, for any band, any music fan, that's kind of still a quote-unquote new market.
Yeah, that was a great experience. Long as hell flight. We get there and we headlined a fest to like 1,500 people. They're all going bananas, you know, and besides the show being sick, people are all very friendly. They had a braai for us, which is a barbecue, and it was a cool little get-together with some fans and the people that ran the fest. They took us on a safari, got to a monkey sanctuary. It was just a cool overall experience, man. It was fun. It was fun
Yeah,
to go
it's
there.
just surprising just to go somewhere so far away and have people like know your name. You know, it's cool.